Hey guys, it's Bart Johnson here, NAB 2017 on the show floor once again here in the Canon booth here with Larry Thorpe. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, and especially for allowing me to get so close to such an amazing camera that you guys have here. So this is the C700. This is the big daddy right now of the cinema line. So what can you tell me about this guy?
Yes, this is the big daddy. This is our first A camera. This is a camera that we've specifically developed for motion picture production at the highest end, for high-end television episodic production, and all sorts of other documentaries, etc., based on the configuration. Now, some of the most important things about it, we offer two image sensors. One is a CMOS sensor that we developed, 4.5K.
Okay.
And that is similar to the C300 Mark II sensor, except it goes 4.5K.
Okay.
Or you can buy it with a global shutter, our first global shutter.
Oh, I did not know
two
that.
options, yes. That one is 4K.
Okay.
That does not do it. Now, the sensor in here, the 4.5K, this gives you 15 stops of dynamic range. And it's genuine 15 stops.
15 stops.
This is for HDR shooting.
Yeah.
This has wide color gamut selections. You can do 709. You can DCI P3 for digital cinema. We can do the UHD 2020, the big wide color gamut.
Oh yeah, that's one of the new ones.
That's one of the very new ones.
Yeah.
And standardized. So those three are standardized. Then there's a fourth color gamut in here that we've developed. We call it cinema gamut. It's even wider again. And the idea of that is if you want to shoot a movie digitally, but emulate a beloved film stock from Fuji or Kodak, this is wide enough to encompass all the known popular film stocks. And then you can shoot, and then in post-production, you have the latitude to do that emulation of the film stock.
You've got all the information right from the start.
Exactly.
And you can choose to take or leave whatever information you want in post.
You got it. Now, in terms of recording, the basic camera itself, which is where my hands are, inside are a choice of two codecs. One is the same codec that we introduced in the C300 Mark II.
Okay.
We call it XF-AVC, our flavor of 264, except that we've now extended that up to 4K 60 frames per second on board.
Okay.
And we also have in here the well-loved ProRes codec.
Okay.
We know that's well established in high-end television production, so we decided we build that in.
Very nice, not as compressed as H.264.
Exactly. So those two will record to two CFast 2.0 cards plug into thing, and then there's an SD card that plugs in that will record a proxy for your offline.
Okay, so you can record both your high quality large files, but you can also simultaneously record proxies to just a regular SD card.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Exactly. And if you just want to do a quick shoot at HD level, you can record directly to the SD card.
Just to an SD
and not
card.
bother with all the others. Yeah, you have all those choices. Now, physically, you will notice that the camera has all the capabilities of mounting all the accessories that the marketplace have pleaded with us. It has the panel over here. The panel is sort of a well-known looking panel, except we think we made it a little more beautiful. It's very visible.
It does look nice.
And then recognizing that if you're shooting a motion picture or a major television show, you'll have a crew.
Exactly.
So we have a duplicate panel on this side, so you can see everything.
And we can actually even swing it around a little bit and show that.
The AC, second AC can be over here, and this panel can be detached. So if he wants to stand back a bit and make the adjustments, he can. Or you mount it to the camera.
So yeah, this is a camera that, like you said, is made for motion pictures and television, where you have a team working on the camera. You have someone on this side, you have someone on that side.
Exactly.
It's not. It could be used as a single shooter if you wanted to, but it's built for that sort of collaboration.
Exactly. Now, if you strip the camera down and you want to do a run and gun, the camera body, which is made of a special magnesium alloy, weighs 7.6 pounds.
That's not much.
There's nothing
for the
to
size
touch that
of it.
in the industry.
That's
so you can hold this guy for quite a while, and it's sturdy and robust, as you can see. Very important to point out our viewfinder. This viewfinder, EVF7D, we call it, has an OLED panel in there that's full 1920 by 1080 resolution. 1920 by 1080. It's exceptionally sharp, and then allied with the contrast capability of OLED, and it has a lot of features that cinematographers have asked for, controls on it, the color view, the live view, all recording, etc. You can all do from here.
Okay.
And it has a LUT in the camera that will give you a simulation of HDR.
So you can shoot in your log profile,
exactly,
or in your high dynamic range profile that we're moving to now.
Exactly.
But you can see something that's a little bit easier to visualize the final product, and also for focusing and exposure purposes, it'll help you as well.
Now, if you're doing very high-end production and you want to record RAW, we collaborated with Codex, and Codex built this recorder which docks directly to our camera, as you see right here.
Yeah, it fits seamlessly.
And now you can record in this guy, you can record your 4K at 60 frames per second, 12-bit. Or you can record it 10 bits at 120 frames per second.
Wow.
You can record the 4.5K RAW at 10-bit, 100 frames per second. You can record ProRes in here, the 444 HQ in here. So this is a very powerful recorder that flanks the capabilities of the onboard recording.
And so what type of media is this recording?
It is the standard Codex Drive 2.0, I think they call it. Yeah.
Okay, yes. So Codex makes basically some sort of solid state drive that load into here.
It's the one that's well known.
Very nice.
Yes. And at the same time, we can provide the raw signal out here on there's four 3G SDIs. One thing that's different about our raw signal is we've structured it so it can be transported on a 3G SDI, standardized 3G SDI. And any piece of equipment that accepts that we can route it through a router if you wish, our raw signal. You only need one of these for 24, 25, 30 frames per second. If you want 60 frames recording, external, 2 of them. If you want 120 frames, you use all 4. So great flexibilities here if you want to record on another recorder or patch it through a router and record somewhere remote. Yeah. You have all that flexibility, onboard or external. These raw signals carry metadata, and this raw signal, I could take that 4K 30 frame and plug it into my reference display, my Canon reference display, and as you will note, it now is the metadata that's carried on
all the information shows up
at the setup of the camera, the entire setup of so the whole crew can see it, not be squinting in the viewfinder. There's waveform monitors here built in that we can pull up, vector scope. So there's a little ecosystem here that's very, very tidy for on-set setup. And by the way, this here will accept the output of an ARRI Alexa. We've worked with ARRI.
This monitor here.
Yes, and it'll portray ARRI's metadata up here.
Very nice.
So we're trying to extend our friendliness to anybody who's interested in working with us.
Yeah, exactly. You have an entire on-set, high-scale production ecosystem.
Yes.
With this guy at the heart.
And by the way, we have a LAN connection here, an Ethernet connection on this camera. While you're recording, you can be streaming and send that over to someone who wants to be looking at, getting ready for editing, etc.
Exactly.
We can stream on the Ethernet. That is probably the highlights. There are many other little features.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have
comes with
all the bells and
mount
whistles.
Or PL.
That's an important note.
The customer can choose, and our service centers can switch those mounts between them if you want to go to a PL or go back to an EF.
Okay, so it's not user swappable, but it can be serviced and swapped.
It can be serviced, and we guarantee the precision of everything when that's done.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, that is an amazing beast. Obviously, for most people, this is going to be a camera that they rent as opposed to purchase, because I assume it's a bit on the high end of the price scale.
It's on the high end, but it's still lower than some of the competition.
And what is the price?
The price of the basic camera is in and around round numbers 30,000.
Okay.
About 7,000 for the Codex recorder.
And when you're getting into the high-end production that this is geared towards,
Viewfinder's an addition. This is 6,900.
Okay,
that's an addition.
So it's very modular. So
it's very modular.
So you can put it together and build it and construct it for the way that you.
And if you look at the total package and compare it with the total packages of those prominent competitors out there, we're competitive.
Yeah,
Very
I
competitive.
would certainly say so. Have there been any big projects as of yet? Is this thing out in the wild that have been shot on this?
No big projects yet. There's an awful lot of discussions going on because we've only been delivering this since January.
Okay, very new.
We're working hard to get that big project, or those big projects.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on the lookout for it, and you guys should be on the lookout for it too.
We will indeed.
For some productions that are, I'm sure, gonna start utilizing this with the sheer amount of frame rates, amount of codecs, amount of output sources, amount of everything.
The dynamic range, the wide color gamuts.
It's got it all in.
It's a very serious camera.
That it is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very, very much for sharing it with me.
My pleasure.
And guys, I hope you enjoyed that look at this. Keep an eye out for this guy. If it's in your budget, go for it. If it's not, if you have a project, go ahead and rent one of these and check it out, because it is definitely a beast. And stay tuned to the channel, guys, because I've got a lot more coming from Canon and all sorts of other companies here at NAB 2017.